But I think people, once they've been through the mediation process, think, oh, I wish we'd done this sooner. Early resolution just benefits everybody. We've all had those things hanging over us. When they end, there's a sense of relief as well, isn't there?
Hi everyone, I'm Stuart Lawrence, founder of Mediator Locator, and welcome to our short video series, Meet the Mediators. Mediator Locator is a national mediation referral service working with law firms, organisations and clients to recommend the best mediator for their needs. And this series is a great way to see the human side of mediation and why choosing the right mediator can make all the difference. I'm delighted this afternoon to be joined by Rachael Heenan of Capsticks. So Rachel, I'm going to ask a few questions, and the first one's this. Can you tell us a little bit about your professional background and the path that led you to where you are today?
Sure. I originally started off as a barrister, specialising in employment law, and then became a solicitor, and somehow found myself as the senior partner at Capsticks, which is a part of the day job, and I became a mediator about 6 years ago. As an employment lawyer, I've always been interested in people, and I find that the mediation practice means that I help people to have the conversations that sometimes are difficult at work.
Okay, and how did you actually get into mediation?
I did it as part of my practice as an employment lawyer, representing parties. And then I think as your career develops, you want to learn new skills. And it was part of a portfolio that I did with a coaching qualification as well. And it's developed since then.
Excellent. And what is it you find most rewarding about mediation? What do you think is its real strengths?
I think the trust that people put in you. So it's very important early on that they trust you as a mediator, that you're going to help them to have those conversations and help them reach a resolution. I also like the fact that it's creative. It doesn't stick to what a court can order. It's within the parties' gifts. And actually, it's really the parties who drive it, and you're just there helping them. So it's a very satisfactory and satisfying process, I think.
And obviously in employment environments, there's often relationship issues. Are there any particular types of dispute that you especially enjoy mediating in your work area?
I like all the areas. I don't just do employment disputes. Obviously, people come to me because I'm an employment lawyer, but I think it's putting the personalities together, helping them look at the relationship and what it is we're trying to solve here, whether it's settlement of a case or whether it's, rebuilding a relationship, resetting a relationship for work.
And in your experience, what do you think are the biggest benefits of mediating?
There are so many. I'm a huge fan of mediation. Time, money, relationships, allowing people to move on. That's really important, that they're not fighting this fight for the next 5 years. Life's a bit too short. And so they can go on to have a much more fulfilled career or commercial relationship, whatever the context is.
And have you got any examples of cases that you've mediated where you've been in a situation where you thought there's no way we're going to get a resolution here, and then it surprised you and worked out?
I think I always say at the start of mediation, there'll be a point at the day where you think this isn't going to work, and that's normally where you'll make the progress. So there's always a point in the mediation where you think, well, this might not come off, but 99 times out of 100, they do generally come off. I think if you've made an effort and got over that fear of going to mediation, you're already sort of half the way there.
And do you think people are moving more towards mediation, or do you think that it's an underused resource?
Absolutely underused resource. I mean, you can use it internally, you can use it externally for litigation, but I think people, once they've been through the mediation process, think, oh, I wish we'd done this sooner. Early resolution just benefits everybody. We've all had those things hanging over us. When they end, there's a sense of relief as well, isn't there?
Yeah, most definitely. And last question, and if you're happy to, are you able to say a quick comment about your experience of Mediator Locator?
I think what Stuart and the team have done is absolutely brilliant. The group of mediators that they've brought together are exceptional, and I would really encourage anyone thinking about mediation to get in contact with Mediator Locator. There's a wealth of resources on the website, really, really helpful stuff. So thank you to Stuart and the team.
Brilliant. That's great. Thank you very much. And that brings us to the end of our short Meet the Mediator session. Thanks, Rachel, and thanks everybody for watching. If you'd like to learn more about mediation, please go on to mediatorlocator.com. If you'd like to instruct a mediator, we can definitely pair you with the right person, and that may well be Rachel if it's in her expertise area, which is considerable. I can verify that. So thanks, everybody, and until next time, goodbye.
Thank you.